Gyms on my feet, stomping out the negativity. Everybody not a friend of me. Spread the love, still I move deliberately. Bunny face on, but the smile be heavenly. Brooklyn girls, so they love the energy. Love sincerity, so I take the liberty to take them on a journey lyrically. Through hallways and
I love our Floyd. Hey, Mama, how are you doing today?
Good. I'm feeling artsy.
Artsy?
Yes.
Artsy? Why artsy?
Feel artsy. I've been working on this online training that I'm creating for other people who want to sell art online through the blockchain and NFT. So I'm like on fire.
Hey,
I've got
man.
my artsy mojo going.
That's what's up. Well, welcome everyone once again to your episode of The Next Chapter, where Melissa and myself, your girl Kitty Rose, discuss shades of gray.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And today's topic of the week. Are they ready? Are they ready?
Are we ready?
What is your motherfucking breaking point?
Okay. In what sense? Is this in life? Is this dating? Is this job?
Well, you know, when I created the topic, I thought the same thing. In what sense? Because that is a broad, statement. What is your breaking point? In a relationship, in life, in work, you know what I mean?
Friendships.
Right now, and in friendships, right now, you and I are going through the next chapter of our lives. And as we are going through the next chapter of lives, is there a point now that we have learned that there is a limit that we're not going past? Is there a point that we are going to say, you know what, I'm going to take a pass on this? I'm not going to continue this relationship. I'm not going to continue this project. I'm not going to continue this endeavor. Have you gotten to that point in life where you have now understand what your flags, what your limitations are, what you're not going to stand for? What's your breaking point, or what's your level of
So I feel like I probably should learn more. Probably
that's
still
real talk.
continue.
No, that's real talk.
I feel like I probably still go on with things longer than they should.
I'm sure you
Just
do.
because I'm kind of passive until I get to a point where I'm just like, all right, I'm done. Which is not the healthiest way to do things, right?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
It'd be like, okay, let's discuss this. Is there, a way that we can talk this out? But it's a part of, figuring out who I am as a person of like,
Right.
all right, I can be easygoing until a certain point. But I think that I need to kind of step back sometimes and be like, no, I'm not okay with this. So how can we, work on this type of thing? But yeah, I mean, especially relationships, you could tell me you don't want to be in a relationship with me. I'll be like, I'll wait around. I'll wait. You do what you got to do.
Do you like that?
No.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just, I'm a pleaser. That's what it comes down to. I don't want to make anybody upset. I'm a pleaser. So yeah.
So then do you think that it's reciprocated or respected from the others that maybe even know that from you as a friend, that they know that they have a breaking point, or they have, something that they're not going to tolerate, but they know they can get away with it with you?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. There have been times where I've had ended relationships. I've done like Dear Don relationship letters to friends. So I even sent out like a have a good life package type of thing. I'm so weird. Kitty, if you ever get a package from me and it's unexpected,
you better not. You better not, because that's actually one of the reasons what made me think about this topic this week. Because I've been in this romantic relationship that's only been a short time, the last 9 months of my life. And in the last 9 months of my life, which has really been quite blissful when it's good, you know what I'm saying? This person has still, he told me last week, stop saying breakup and just say pause. But this person has paused on me a few times. You know what I'm saying? Even to the point where my oldest son was like, all right, Ma, you guys are too old to be fucking
Wasn't.
waking up. You know what I'm saying? Like you're 48 years old. Like, and I was thinking to myself, okay, he's right. Not in a sense of knowing this particular situation or this particular relationship, but when you are projecting, or when you are sharing, you give room for people to have an opinion, or give room for people to share their thoughts of what they're viewing. And when they do present things to you that you're thinking about, like, you well, what am I doing? Does something turn on to say, maybe I need to think about this, maybe I need to stop it, because this is interrupting with my spirit. So as much as I might be a people pleaser, as much as I might not want to deal with controversy, isn't it more important for me to have my own self-preservation? Because I'm going to tell you, I can be nasty. Shocking.
Minister Cat Rose, I don't think so.
Shocking. You know what I'm saying? So no one can control my emotions or feelings but me.
Exactly.
So if no one can control my emotions or feelings but me, then I have to maintain that level of control by not allowing anyone to control those emotions that I might be having or stirring up. So I have to learn how to nip it.
So are you putting in the stop button instead of the pause button now? Or are you like me and be like, I'll wait. I'll pause right here.
Well, because I'm vulnerable, and I'm discussing the next chapter of my life and all what that looks like, and I'm doing that to be transparent, not because I feel like I need validation, but I know that in this healing process, I'm not alone in this feeling. I may not feel the way that you're just depicting by, I'll wait. Maybe I am, but I don't think it. I feel more like you have my heart. I'm in this. I understand shit happens because we're learning each other. But I don't know how much more I might have to give in just a short period of time. So now that goes back to the question, what is your breaking point? Because people could be in things for years. I was with my husband for 9 years. And when I saw that we were coming on 10 is when I made my exit. Because I said, if I spend 10 years with this man, easy, I'll spend 20. So that was my breaking point, the time already invested. So now here I am on a relationship that's brand new, that's only 9 months old, that's in that development stage. I mean, it takes 9 months for a baby to be developed, to be created, to come into full form. So I can't expect the relationship to move any differently than fucking life. But I realize that you have to get to a point eventually, whatever that is, people pleasing or not, that you have to secure your own level of sanity. I'm going to tell you, I did not cry at this last pause.
Oh.
And you know what they say about us once we once the emotions, and once we become a little cold, that's usually kind of indication that I don't know. So I'm hopeful, I'm hopeful, but I know that, this next chapter in my life, that I'm less patient, I'm less tolerable, and I believe that it started to happen at 45. And when I started to talk to other women, I lied to you not, Melissa. It was other women who, once they got 40, they got a little like a little step in their pep. But once 45 came, it was like, what? Look at that.
And why do you think that is? What is it?
Okay. You do realize that we do change every 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that when we are in that change of
Mm-hmm.
that 7-year cycle, that's that 45 coming into that 40, that the end of that 7th year, where
Yep.
our mindset, because what happens is not biologically, it's this menopause thing. Oh my goodness, my words are losing me right
That's
now.
biological.
Huh?
That menopause is biological.
That, I don't know if that's the word that I'm looking, but something biological, then I'll use that word. And please, for anyone else out there, share your thoughts. Let me know if I'm misspeaking, because I know what I'm trying to say, but I know, oh my God, it's something with our levels. Something
Our hormonal
as,
levels.
thank you. Our hormonic levels.
I feel like
That's
we're
what I was
putting
trying to
charades
get.
here.
That's what I was trying to get. Our hormonic levels are changing. So
Uh-huh.
as we change, we become more aggressive in our thinking and in our feeling. So in that aggression is where we become less tolerable, because we become more more centered in who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like it almost becomes like a level of not frustration, but a level of acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
So in that level of acceptance, because then things are starting to happen in our body that we now no longer can control. Our breasts begin to come down. We begin to get that fufa,
Will
whatever
not
that's called.
happen to me. Nope.
I ain't got no titties, and these things came to you know what I'm
Look
saying?
at me. I am going bra free. They are still up.
So, but as these things begin to change, this we no longer are trying to, well, I mean, not a lot of us, there are some of us that can't, get away from plastic surgery because we can't accept that we're changing. But for the regular of us, you know what I'm saying, and no shade to the others, but to the most common woman, we begin to get to a place of, it is what it is. And in
Mm-hmm.
that freedom of it is what it is, as we are accepting of ourselves, we become less accepting of others because
Mm.
we've become more accepting of ourselves. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. So in 5 years,
Girl,
I'm gonna have saggy boobs,
no,
and I am gonna be putting up with nobody's shit.
because you got saggy boobs.
I mean, swinging those things around.
I think in 5 years, you won't be concerned about being a people pleaser. Hopefully
I'm
your
still.
boobs will stay.
No, I'm gonna have them hiked up, and I'm gonna be pleasing.
Would you like to have a breaking point?
Mm. See, the interesting thing is that the staff that I work with, because I have a mental health agency up in Rhode Island, and so I still have a staff that I work with on a daily basis. And there's this like alter ego that comes, and we have a name for it for me, and we call it the rabbit. And this comes about if you ever touch a cat, like you pet a cat, and then all of a sudden it like bites your hand and like kicks the shit out of it like a, like
Okay,
a
yes, yes,
rabbit.
yes, yes, yes.
That's what I turn into when that breaking point happens. Like it was like it hits and then it's like shit starts happening. Like I don't put up with anything. So it happens, but it just, it builds. Yeah. And then I a part of me that I'm not very proud of is that I can hold a grudge. And you
Oh.
won't know that I'm holding this grudge. Like I get so spiteful and I know. And I will like put things in place that 2 years from now, you're gonna be like, fuck, she got me. Yeah.
File. Note taken, file that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And my poor ex-husband, he would like, we never really fought, but when we fought, he realized his life is more difficult, but he didn't realize why. Because I would do shit to make his life difficult without him knowing. like on the down low.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So I
crazy.
do hit a breaking point,
Okay.
but it's usually a
Mm.
big explosion. It happens fast, and then I cool off with him.
Is that healthy, Melissa?
It's not healthy.
And I think,
No.
oh my God, that's what I love about this show. You know what I'm saying? Because both of us are in a profession. You know, I'm a healer, you are a psychotherapist.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so we help people for a living, but that doesn't mean that we still don't have the things that we're working on as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's what's beautiful about embracing the next chapter of your lives, because
Yes.
it's about embracing and acceptance and understanding where you're at so that you can move forward. You know that the things that you have to work on, you know the
Mhm.
things that you've just accepted, you know the things that, yo, it's just what it is, what you need to improve on, what you need to take out. But it gives you such a woosah
Mm.
place, I think. No, not I think. I know. I can testify to. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It gives you a very because what it's done for me is when it's sad to get to that breaking point, it's also a relief because
Mhm.
then I'm no longer bound to you with no guilt.
Mhm.
And I've had that when it's come to my children. I've had
Yep.
that when it's comes to my family. I've had that when it comes to people in business. I was in the streets the other day and I saw someone that did not sit well with me in business. And I went the other way because I was not going to cross your path. I was not going to engage in conversation with you. I wasn't going to fake the funk. I did not want to partake in even you being in my visual. And I feel like you saw me. I think he saw me, but then you also saw me cross the fucking street to avoid speaking to you because
Mhm.
I am now chosen what I want in my life and what I don't. And I think that's the beauty in understanding what your breaking point is also understanding what you're no longer going to tolerate, you
Yeah.
know. And when you get to that point, even if it's difficult to make a decision, what happens is that it's your decision to make.
Yes.
And that is a empowering feeling
Mhm.
to have,
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know. So
Yeah.
you're not at a place yet, even though you are, that you have a breaking point at certain situations.
Yep.
What is our wraparound? What is our come to Jesus moment? Did
Hmm.
we have one?
I wonder. I mean, I think the wraparound is that we're all a little fucked up.
Because you know what? Yo, yeah, that's a valid point. Because I think that's a part of why I may be still on the fence about if my dude comes back. Because we
Mhm.
are working in work in progress. You know, he's
Exactly.
not fucking ending shit. The crazy thing is that he doesn't end things or pause things because of stuff that we're bringing to the table to each other. He's
Mhm.
ending stuff because of past experiences and traumas that are now resurfacing in this present situation
Mhm.
that's causing guilt, resentment, fear, um hurt, and bringing this to my life, you
Yeah.
know, wanting to supposedly protect me but hurt me at the same time because you have my heart and I don't
Mhm.
want to end stuff with you. But me coming into a place of understanding, not only for myself but for those around me, it's a catch 22 because you can now be patient as others are going through their journeys and their path. You know,
Mhm.
so that could be, you know, even though we have a breaking point, there has to be a level of understanding for those that we decide to do things with, whether it's romantic, whether it's family, whether it's business. We have to, if we care,
Mhm.
take ownership or consideration of someone else's shit,
Yep.
but knowing that ours comes first
Mhm.
because my
Yep.
shit is still my shit
Yep.
and I'm entitled to my shit. And because I'm entitled to my shit, once again, I am the one who's in control of my ship. I am the captain of my ship. I control who affects me, who
Exactly.
I
Yep.
let affect me, and how I let that person affect me. The one of the things that's, beautiful about, for me, serving the Creator, serving the Most High, serving Jehovah God, is we always tell each other we got to meet people where they are. But
Mm-hmm.
so does the Creator, so does Jehovah. His mercy is evidence of him meeting us where we at. Now, yes, we might have these books, these Bibles, these Qurans, these scriptures, these things to give us guides of what is expected of us, or what would be appreciative of us. But ultimately, because we are humans with the capability of thinking and making choices, the
Mm-hmm.
choices are always up to us.
Yes.
So that's the beauty. He doesn't say, okay, you make that choice, it is what it is. But guess what? You have a choice, because we could have been made like the insects and the animals and just move on instinct. But we
Mm-hmm.
have thinking capabilities to make decisions.
Yes. But are a lot of our decisions made on basic instinct?
Yes. Which brings us the similarities to the fucking animals.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Because a
saying?
lot of what we do is to either, obtain something that is, satisfying, or avoid things that are feeling harmful.
Right, right. Or just shutting down altogether
Mm-hmm.
without
Yep.
even looking at
But even
what
shutting down is a way of avoiding.
right. But the other ways that you mentioned sometimes is a matter of self-preservation.
Yeah.
When shutting down, you don't even want to deal with it, because
Mm-hmm.
you know that if you had to deal with it, there would be work involved. And
Mm.
that work involved now causes reflection. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It causes us to look at our own contribution in what we're feeling. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I think that sometimes what happens with religion, or what happens with spirituality, or what happens with our relationship with Jehovah God, is that we now have to look at ourselves and the parts that we play, because we are now given the authority to make the decision. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So since we are given the authority to make the decision, if we're honest with ourselves, if we ask for forgiveness, if we want or true about repentance, then true repentance is looking at what the fuck I did and not
Mm-hmm.
doing it again. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But you can't stop something if you don't even understand where it came from. You don't even understand why you do what you do. We don't just pop out the womb, you know what I'm saying, and become these people. We
Mm-hmm.
develop over the course of years. We go through chapters. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We go through understandings of where we're at today versus where we were at yesterday versus where we're going tomorrow. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Which is why, again, the mercy of God is so gracious, because she also understands that we go through these chapters, and that because we go through these chapters, we also got the devil on our neck. We also got society. We also got all of these things that's once again trying to disconnect us. Because not only is it trying to disconnect us, it's trying to disconnect us from ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
From
So, Kitten,
ourselves.
let me ask you, what is your breaking point?
When I become cold,
Oh.
yeah. When I become cold, when I become very nonchalant, when I become like, okay, then I know I'm almost done, if not done
Mm-hmm.
already. And that's in work, that's in
Mm-hmm.
family. Like recently I've been confronted once again to see my mother
Mm.
and my father. And I realized just this week that I have a desire, but I don't have a desire. And I
Mm-hmm.
think I need to be more honest that I don't have a desire, because I get on myself about not doing it, but not being honest enough that I don't want to do it. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that once we come to a place of acceptance, you know what I'm saying, then whatever those decisions are become easier and lighter,
Mm-hmm.
because we stay in denial. And the denial, I think, is what caused the anxiety. is what causes the stress, is what causes the anger. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live the rest of my life while I'm here angry. And I'm scared of death right now. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been, not just with COVID, but prior to COVID, there's just been so much death around me in my age group of people, not even elders. Elders are living and fucking my peer group is dying off. So I ain't got no time to be around energy. Even when it comes to work, my sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I feel like right now I'm working on some projects that I'm very close to thinking about walking away. Because you got one time to throw some shit in my face. You got one time to make me feel like, and I'm joking because I might give you 3 times, you know what I'm saying? But I stay under those 3 times. You got one time, you know what I'm saying? So if I give you 3, know that you got one time to give me a flag that's going to irritate my soul, irritate my spirit. I'm ducking. I'm ducking. I'm out of here. You know, there's a saying, have you heard all money ain't good money?
I feel like I may have heard that at one time.
All money ain't good money. And sometimes, you know, you have to walk away from opportunities that present itself that may be opportunities that are distracting you from what it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because even though we are all in this travel mode right now, you know, the trip that I'm going on June is a strictly tour, fun activity trip. You know what I'm saying? Last week or 2 weeks ago, we had Tony Rogers on, you know, and when we had him on the show, he talked about the casino, you know what I'm saying? And when I scheduled and created the tour for June, he made sure that I put casino activity on the agenda. Where my trip in October, we're not going to the casino. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what we're about. That's not what I'm doing. You know, it's very similar to when we were doing our trips to Puerto Rico. I am about adventure. I'm about traveling, but I am about healing right now because I am in the healing process of my life. I am learning so much about myself that I thought that I knew, that I was mistaken. You know what I'm saying? And that's the exciting part of where I'm at right now in this next chapter. So, oh my God, that went by so fast. I thought I was looking at the timer and I thought that I had more time, but we are already at the end of another show.
So don't forget to like, share, follow the next
our favorite part of the show. And after you like, share, and follow,
you can subscribe to our YouTube channels.
Come on.
And you can also check out what both of us are doing right now with our projects, with your healing retreats, with me and my art trainings. And don't forget to share your thoughts.
Oh my goodness. I appreciate you, my sister. I
appreciate you sharing your life with me and the rest of the world every week.
Oh my goodness, because you know, on the next chapter, we discuss shades of gray. So on that note, everyone, please join us again next week. I am one of your hosts, Minister Cat, aka Kitty Rose, and
I'm Melissa D.
And we are the next chapter. Until next week, everyone, we love you. Stay safe out there. All right, bye.
Legendary ciphers get the MCs in the jobs. The city never sleeps. Slept from 1 to 5 when COVID hit the block and we had to stay inside. Tough love is all I know, so be gentle with my soul. Learn to navigate winters with no coat. If you never been cold, you never been broke. Hustle 24/7 just to stay afloat. So New York, like dollar pizza in the cold. What shit? That real life grit from the heart of the city is as hard as it gets. This that New York shit. That real life grit from the heart of the city is as hard as it gets.